by Barrett, Randall, Burks, and it looked all good, man. They took a 9-point lead into the fourth, and that's when things started falling off, man. Sixer team started bouncing back. A couple of clutch buckets by Seth Curry, clutch buckets by Tobias Harris, and once again, the Knicks falter in crunch time, man. Just could not get a bucket when they needed it the most, and they would once again fall to Philly, in Philly, by the score of 99-96, man. Absolutely brutal loss. Absolutely brutal loss. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP Ashley Moss, CK2K. It's Knicks Postgame Live presented by Manscaped. Man, oh man, I wanted that game. I wanted that game just like last night. And it was there for the taking, man. It was definitely there for the taking. But with that 9-point lead going into the fourth, CK, I just felt like that second unit, Forkma started killing us. You got no production out of Frank, 0 from Obi. And then, you shifted over to crunch time. We still had our looks, man. But I felt like we ran out of steam, ran out of gas. Julius and RJ missed a ton of easy ones. And we just couldn't close it, man. What'd you think about this game, bro?
We saw the back-to-back take its toll, especially on Julius Randle, because like you just mentioned, towards the end, you can see he was just gassed, missing assignments. There was a random double team that he stepped up on towards the end of the game. And the biggest thing was free throws, man. We were not putting ourselves in a position to close out that game. If we had made our free throws, who knows what kind of lead we could have had, what kind of cushion we could have had going into that fourth. I know, there's a little controversy yet again, night two. Going into us, but just strictly talking about the Knicks, I feel like this one was on us for sure. Like you said, Frank Ntilikina gave us some nice little things defensively, but once again was a goose egg on the offensive end. We needed that. Obi, 7 minutes that could have gone to a shooter like Kevin Knox yet again, like you mentioned yesterday. But yeah, this is one that I think we let get away from us, and I feel like it was a combination of the injuries are really catching up to us. We need that depth. We definitely need that point guard play to bring us in towards the end of that game, because it was working throughout the game, but when it's time for the half-court play, we didn't have that guy to reel us in. And night two, you could see just the whole, we were just out of gas in this game. So
ran out of gas, man.
Tough loss.
Yeah, tough loss. Ran out of gas steadily near the end. And as you said, we only went 9 deep once again on a second of a back-to-back. No D Rose once again in the COVID protocol, but we sorely missed him, man. We needed a point guard down the stretch to help get easy buckets for our guys. And, IQ did what he could in the starting position. He's still kind of banged up. He only had 3 assists, finished with 6 of 11 from the field. Julius did have 8 dimes, but we really needed a true point guard out there near the end because, even Burks had a couple of bad turnovers and Julius had a couple of bad turnovers down the stretch. We just couldn't get the offense organized, man, to get us some clean looks. So I thought that was part of the issue too. Ash, how you feeling today? What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, agreeing with what CK said, we let this game get away from us, especially in those last 3 minutes. I would say it just really fell apart at the worst possible time. The first half of the game wasn't bad. I thought we did a good job at balancing. All the players were contributing in some aspect, especially with Julius Randle obviously being tired. He still was doing a good job at maybe not always scoring, but facilitating. Free throws are going to come back and haunt you at some point in the game. That's why they're called free throws. They're supposed to be free points. At one point, we were 11 and 19 from the line. That just can't happen. Those are 3 points you're supposed to get. I think RJ did a good job in bits and pieces and spurts. Obviously, you can't miss a wide open shot from the baseline like that, like he did. That could have been the game sealer. That could have been what had us walking away tonight with a win. But there was a lot of things, too many costly turnovers. There was too many, we were giving the 76ers too much space in those last 3 minutes. Like I said, 5 to 3 minutes rather, where the Sixers were just getting comfortable and we were letting them get comfortable getting certain shots up. So there was just a lot of things that we did wrong at the worst possible time. And I'll get into the officiating later in the show, but I'm not happy with that either, but I can't put that on the refs. That play or miscall rather, did not make or break this game. There were a lot of things that were domino effects that had a hand in the pot way before we even got there.
It was tough, man, and Julius ran out of gas. As you said, they gave him too much room. Forkmas went off early in that fourth. There was one play where Julius tried to double off of Seth Curry, of all people, to help, Bullock on Tobias Harris. And I know Tobias got cooking later in the fourth, but you're going to leave one of the best three-point shooters in the league wide open. I saw it in slow-mo, CK. I'm like,
Yeah,
don't
man.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Left him wide open for a three-pointer, man. And those are momentum shifting plays. Those are momentum shifting plays, man. But I loved RJ's game all day. He was attacking Ben Simmons. He was going right at Ben Simmons all day, was unafraid, bully Barrett,
Fearless.
getting into the paint, doing everything that he wanted to do. And just, late game, he just, he had a mid-range wide open where he may have gotten away with a backcourt, but bricked the mid-range similar to last night. And then late in the game where Julius looked like he may have gotten away with a travel or so, gets it to RJ, and then RJ kind of misses that little 7-footer. The chances were there, man. They had their chances, and it just faltered. I just think, again, there was a multitude of issues here, but part of the issue is that when you look at Frank, and some people wonder, well, why doesn't Frank play? You look at nights like tonight, because yes, his defense was good, but you shoot 4 air balls tonight, Frank. 3 or 4 air balls. Like that, you gotta give the bench a spark, man. And once again, another 0-point performance, and the air ball and mid-range jumpers.
Yeah.
Obi, same thing. People look at the stat sheet, say, well, he only played 7 minutes, but part of his ineffectiveness is why you have more minutes tacked on for Julius. And Julius has to jump back in early in the fourth quarter. Obi is unplayable right now. That's just the God-honest truth. You gotta put Kevin Knox back in there. And see what he can do, because if you're gonna have Obi out there in the corners, you give it to Kevin Knox and he'll let it fly.
Especially in a game like tonight, because we definitely needed that floor spacing. That was what was working in the first half.
Yeah.
That's what was working, because we were making our shots. We were making ourselves available for those shots, and it was helping us play inside and outside, because we saw RJ Barrett doing a great job on the inside, drawing fouls, doing what he has to do. And at the same time, Alec Burks was helping us. Julius, in the beginning at least, was making some shots. And then Kevin Knox coming in there, I mean, just hoping that he would continue how he was playing when he was playing. That would only help us stretch it out. And the biggest factor, like you mentioned, is to take some minutes off of the 40 that Julius Randle had to play tonight, because that was the biggest thing. Like you said, Obi wasn't really giving us anything in the 7 minutes, and that's why we had to give the minutes to Julius, because tonight's not a kind of night where we can just, hopefully we can get through it, because this is the 76ers, the number 1 team in the East, and they showed that tonight. They definitely did something that Brooklyn didn't do last night. Yeah, I'm gonna take my shot, but I mean, they put us in the corner and they killed us. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brooklyn kept us in the game the entire night. The 76ers, the minute they took that lead over, you could tell that they were not gonna take their knees off our neck, and they did that tonight. So we got to be prepared for that kind of stuff, man.
And also with Joel Embiid not being in the game, that was a huge difference maker. It evened the playing field drastically, because had he been in this game, it would have been a completely different competition. And I think because he wasn't in the game, Randall was even able to get up more shots, and I think he would have had Embiid been there. And he really should have taken advantage more than I think that he did, because there's no blockage there. There's nobody to block your shot. There's nobody to go ahead and contest your shot. You basically have wide open range to shoot, wide open range to score if you can go ahead and do so. And I just don't think he took advantage of it. And that's not going to happen again, because this team is different. Like I said, when Embiid is part of the team, is on the court. So this was a game that we could have easily pulled out had we played smart basketball towards the last stretch, and we didn't. We let it get away from us, and we let it get too far away from us at the wrong possible time, at the worst possible time.
It was tough, man. And he took a bad fall too. Dwight Howard blocked his dunk attempt. He had no lift, no legs. He was dead tired, and Dwight threw him. Could have snapped his wrist. Lucky he just fell on his back, because he took a weird landing there, and that could have been dangerous for Julius. So good thing that he got out unscathed from that.
Also, I mean, listen, as much as I want to go in on Randall and be hard on him, he just came off of an intense game. I mean, it's a short turnaround. It's not an excuse, because this is what you get paid to do, but it happened. These back to backs, especially when you come off a back to back, like a game against Brooklyn that happened the night before, where you had that infamous just like call that people are still talking about, still debating. It weighs on you. But we said that you cannot go into this game with that game weighing on your mind, weighing on your body. You have to go in brand new legs,
Yeah.
brand new mindset, and they look lethargic in some
Yeah.
parts of this game, and it caught up to them.
I thought it was really just the fourth. I was surprised at the energy, especially in the third. In the third, they really started clamping up on defense. My guy Alec Burks got a block shot. We was getting out in transition. I mean, every time you see the Knicks get out in transition, you get wide-eyed because you just never see it that often. As good as their defense is, they're just not as opportunistic as most. And so whenever you see them getting out there, it's just a revelation. And the third, they really had it. But then in the fourth, the Sixers defense started turning up. Thibault started getting his stops. And like I said, Forkmar started going off. Curry and Milton. And it just, when their second unit brought them back into the game and you didn't even have Harris and Simmons in there, I was like, yeah, this is going to get rough. It's going to get rough.
Speaking of Thibault, I don't want to say it's to fire up all the Frank haters, but Thibault is like the perfect example of the minimal you need from Frank Ntilikina. Thibault's not a scorer either. He's not a shooter, but when he was called on and he was open, he hit the shots. He didn't have many points tonight. I think it was only 6, 7, something like that. He didn't have too many points tonight, but he's the perfect example. He was 1 for 4, just like Frank, but at least he hit the one key 3 that helped him get back into that game. On top of that, playing solid defense on us throughout the entire time he was getting his minutes. I think he played 17 minutes tonight. So, like, when I see Thibault, I'm looking at Frank. It's like, bro, that's all we need. Like, if you can just give us one bucket, something like that.
Balls on mid-range.
That's bare minimum. Like,
on
because he's doing so good defensively for us again tonight. But he got to give us something, like you said, spark on the bench. You got to give us some kind of offense.
Frank, it's so hard. It's so hard to be in the Frank Hive, man. It's so hard to be a member of the Frank Hive, man. I could not understand what I was seeing out there. Because like I said, the defense is there, but offensively, he literally gives you zero. Literally gives you zero. And so that hurt, man. So another tough loss. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP Ashley Moore, CK2K in the building. Want to salute some super chats in here. Stanley Carinard in here says, maybe we were too hard on Alfred and we definitely need Rose back. I love Quick, but let's stop the starting point guard talk. He ain't ready for that yet. Yeah, I mean, listen, Quickly's in there to score. He's going up there. When he's in that starting lineup, he's playing against different guys. This is why Tibbs has him in those situations, coming off the bench, going up against second units, guys that he can match up a little bit better with. And I thought his ability as a facilitator has kind of tapered off as the season has progressed, and they've used him more as a shooter. Tonight, whether it was injuries or not, again, we didn't get enough from a facilitation standpoint out of Quickly. RJ had his moments. Julius certainly had his moments, but we need D Rose. We need D Rose, and sure, Peyton can certainly help in terms of his dribble penetration, but we really need Rose. And today, Tibbs really didn't have a timetable for him. He said he was still recovering, so I'm not sure. Not sure what's going to happen there.
And to bounce off that Frank concept that CK said, I think right now you want more from Frank because you need more from Frank. I think if you were on a team that necessarily didn't need him to score, what he's able to contribute to the team wouldn't be that big of a deal. It wouldn't bother you as much. But because you don't have the scorers, you don't have the offensive help, it's like, if you can't score, if you can't give me some points, get off the floor, because we need all the help we can get. And that's just the way that this team is constructed. I think that if we were formed differently and you had 4 consistent, strong shooters, and then Frank was on the floor, it wouldn't make a difference. It's just right now, it's just like an elephant, in a pen with a bunch of lambs. Like, it just stands out because it's just so different than what you need. But I think if the team changes, which hopefully it does because we need it to, I don't think that will be such a problem. I mean, you still want points, but it won't make or break whether or not Frank can contribute, really.
Yeah. See, and I think both of your guys' comments go together. I think both of what you guys just said with the IQ comment and the Frank comment, it just comes down to they need to go back to the bench, and that's in the most respectable way possible. That's not me saying that they're bench players. No, it just works better when Frank has that off guard scorer next to him, an IQ, a D Rose, and like you were saying, CP, like it just comes back to the injuries. You know what I'm saying? I love IQ, and I'm really happy to see him get these starts. But his role, at least for this rookie year, and what it's been really effective is he's that guy off the bench. Because without him on the bench, our bench just looks lost for points. Alec Burks, thank you tonight, but at the same time, then there was instances we saw again in that fourth. So yeah, I just think it just comes down to just our depth and our injuries right now. We hear the Nets fans talking about we don't have KD, we don't have Blake. Well, yeah, all right, cool. Those are two superstars winning. No, we're missing our team in general. We're missing a third point guard. We're missing another big man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that once we get ourselves back healthy, Rose is back and Mitch is back and everything like that, we can get the players that need to be on the bench helping that second unit back. Have the starters back. So I think it's all come together.
And I think also this is a little bit different than the Obi situation, because Obi was drafted to not only contribute on defense but to score. He is supposed to be NBA ready. So yes, maybe if you surround him, or you have a team stronger offensively and a team that has more shooters on it, then maybe Obi's shortcomings or how long it's going to take him to develop, which I think is going to be a couple of seasons. If he's in the franchise that long, it's going to take him a few seasons. It probably won't be such a huge deal to the fans or the front office or the coaching staff. It probably will actually help him develop maybe at a quicker pace, not because now he doesn't have the pressure on him. I just think right now the spotlight is on everybody. So everybody's strengths and everybody's weaknesses are magnified because there's so many holes in the team that what you can contribute, you are under a microscope. And it's just, unfortunately, that's just the name of the game when you're playing on a team that needs a lot of help.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your squad. CP Ashley Moore, CK2K in the building. Let me salute some more super chats that have come in. The Rhyme Animal Chuck D sends us a super chat. He says, let me find it here. Salute to Chuck. He says, Obi is needed and facts that he's not ready. Rookie, deer in the headlights. He should be watching Julius. Frank is forward and 3. He should be watching Bullock. Knox should be watching Burks. Noel's been solid behind Mitch. No doubt. Salute to Chuck. And salute to Ruel Wilson, $50 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. He also says, Knicks are a scoring guard, a two-way wing away from being a real threat. Obi needs a real offseason, and Frank needs to pack his baguettes. Frank needs to pack his baguette, so salute to that. Yo,
send him to France, at least send him first class or business class. It's a long flight.
Frank hasn't had it, man. Frank hasn't had it. But yo, let me address something real quick, man, because it's a lot of people in the chat saying a lot of nonsense in the chat about Jay Ellis and all of that, and it's just not necessary. A lot of people don't, speaking about things that they're not really very clear on. Listen, in this thing, everybody has their own channels. KnicksFanTV has always been my channel. Ashley has her own. CK has her own. Jay Ellis has his own. When you grow in this thing, obviously this is a show that me and him have collaborated on. But sometimes people have different visions for how they want to grow their own channel. And like I said, it's a lot of content creators in this space. Everybody wants to build their channel according to their vision. And Jay Ellis is building the Nick of Time show according to his vision. It's no personal beef. People need to stop throwing that out there. It has nothing to do with the people that are on this show. People need to stop throwing that out there. It has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? There's no personal animosity, so people need to stop throwing that out there, please. And just understand that, listen, when you grow, again, sometimes you don't see eye to eye on certain things, and everybody has to do what's best for them. So I'm doing what's best for KnicksFanTV. JL's is doing what's best for his channel, and that's that. Down the road, I'm sure we'll collaborate again, but that's just what it is. It's nothing personal. It's nothing like that. People need to stop throwing baseless things out there because they have no idea what's really going on, and it's not even that deep. Honestly, it's not even that deep. We all here to talk Knicks. There's a ton of content creators out there talking Knicks, and like I said, everybody's charting their own course in these uncharted waters. So that's basically all I'm going to say on that. All right? So let's get to the phones. And let me hear from Will from LI. Will, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, CK, Ashley? How you guys doing this evening?
Good, bro. What's good, bro?
Hey, man. Listen, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, all right? But this is going back to what I had talked to you about, CT, when you had Ian Begley. on that 1, 2, and 3. You know, we faced those teams. This is officially the trifecta: the Phillies, the Nets, and the Bucks. Now, when it came to the game yesterday, I was very proud of our team. Our team fought their asses off, and it's games like those that kind of shows me, that kind of makes me kind of explains the reason why I'm in love with this team, of why the grit and everything. But the fact of the matter is, the Nets didn't have KD. Today, the 76ers didn't have Embiid. The Hawks just won. We're officially 8th in the East. And right now, listen, I'm still trying to. It's not that there isn't that far of a space between the Heat and the Hornets. It's only 2 games, and then the Hornets are there, right there with 20 with us. So we're right there. I'm still trying to get to that 4 or 5, but I still stand back. If we're not in that 4th or 5 or that 4th or 5th seed, we just can't even be in this thing because we're going to get steamrolled with these players. I just don't think we stand a chance going up against the 76ers team with Embiid or a Nets team with KD, and then we already saw what the Bucks did to us. So it's just, for me, I just feel like if we're in 6, 7, or 8, we should just go ahead and go for that draft, man. But if we're in that 4th or 5th seed, we can try to do our thing. I'm going to just leave it on that, man.
Yeah,
have
but
a good night. I'm going to keep listening to the rest of the
well,
show.
it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Where they end up, they end up. And if they still end up in this thing, I still think they're going to end up at the very least in this playing game, right? So that's 10th. At the very least.
I think so, too.
They end up there.
Should we, though? That's the question. At that point, just to play in, to fight what?
Yeah.
You see these teams. These teams are monsters, bro. I don't know.
You scared, bro? You sound like you scared, bro. If you scared, go to church, man. Will, you surprising me right now, Will?
From this whole thing.
Will, you surprising me, man. You fell off, bro.
We don't have talent. We don't have talent, bro. We need talent.
This guy's scared of the smoke, man. Will, I'm gonna put you. I gotta put you in timeout, man. Sometimes I'll be having to put Will in timeout, man. Are you ducking the smoke, Will? Come on, bro. Listen, we all know it's gonna be a tall order, right? If they finish 6, 7, 8, you're gonna be looking at the Bucks, the Nets, Sixers. We all know that. But it is what it is. It's not like they're not gonna tank. And they're not gonna try to get out of that position. As I've always said, if they make it, they've earned it. If they don't make it, they need more talent. Either way, they need more talent. But what I'm saying is, it's either they were good enough to make it, or they're not. You let the chips fall where they may.
Listen, and also, regardless of where you fall in the playoff standings, obviously, a championship is not going to happen this year. Let's just make that known. It's just not going to happen. So anywhere you fall in the playoffs, you're building multiple things. You're building character, you're building experience, and also you're dipping your toe in the pool, if you will. You're getting these guys their mouth wet for what it's like to compete in a playoff type environment. So now they have something to work towards next season. Now they have something to experience and want that feeling back. You're going to have to rebuild, or you're going to have to add on to your rebuilding, continue rebuilding. Anyway, any way you slice it, you need more talent. Whether you're the 6th seed, whether you're the 5th seed, whether you're the 8th seed, the 9th seed, the 10th seed, you're going to need more talent regardless. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to go ahead and head in that direction and start adding talent and continue the rebuild, then go ahead and do it, but get these guys the experience of what it's like to play in a playoff environment, to get that feeling. You can't recreate that feeling during the regular season. It's only going to help them. It's only going to be beneficial to their development as a team and as individual players. So why tank and develop and reward a losing culture with draft picks? I don't believe in that. You want to go ahead and play in the NBA, you want to play for the New York Knicks, you go out there and earn it every single game. You show us why we're the New York Grits. Go out there and show me some energy. We're not tanking over here. Tanking's for losers, and we're not losers, not anymore. We're not doing that. Sorry,
CK, Will talks like, even if we make the 4th or 5th, like there's easy games. You're 20 and 21 for a reason. They're an average team that's overachieving. They're playing with house money.
Yep. Just
as much as they could get swept out of 6, 7, 8, they could get swept out of the 4, 5.
Yep.
That's all it is. We just gotta let the chips fall where they may, man. Yep. Just let it fall where they may. Guys, sometimes we gotta put Will in timeout, man. Sometimes you be wild. Now, Will, you're my guy, man. You already know. Xavier from New Jersey, what's going on, bro?
Hey, CPICCK. What's up, guys? It's a pleasure.
Hey, what's good, man? How you doing?
I wanted to talk a little bit about Obi. I wanted to talk about Obi Toppin, man. Like, I feel like the Knicks fans, like, the one thing I never liked about Knicks fans, I've been a Knicks fan all my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are very impatient. We are very impatient. We have multiple lottery picks on our team that we have just not been patient with. Frank, Kevin, RJ, the list will go on. All right? Obi Toppin, we drafted him with different expectations. We had different circumstances when we drafted him. All right? Everybody wanted Obi to be the Obi that he was at Dayton. He's a rookie. I understand he's 23 and he's NBA ready, but he is a rookie at the end of the day. You know, Julius, nobody expected Julius to do what he's doing. We wanted Julius gone for Terry Rozier before the season started.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody expected Julius to do what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, what Ashley was saying earlier, Obi is in an ideal situation right now. He could take his time to develop, learn under Julius Randle, who's playing at an insane rate this year. And we could worry about all of that a few years down the line. You know? Obi Toppin, he needs time to develop, man. I just want Knicks fans to understand that because, like, there's a lot of people calling him a bust. We can't call him a bust. He's a rookie.
No, he's not necessarily a bust, and appreciate the call. The only problem with the Obi thing is this: the coach right now they're trying to win, right? That's obvious, right? It's not about just developing all these young guys and playing all these young guys. They're trying to win, and as he says, he's gonna put the players out there that gives him the best chance of winning. Obi's not doing that for you right now. That's just point blank. He's not giving you that right now. So if we're going to go along that path of trying to win these games and push for the playoffs, then from that mindset, I'm saying you can't play him because he's giving you zero every night. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective.
And you think the added fear got to come around with the age as well? I think that's also something that's really big on a lot of the impatient Knicks fans' minds, is because, you know, he's already 23, 24, so they're thinking that he got such a short window, and I don't necessarily think that's the case. Like the caller just said at the very end, he's in a perfect situation to improve his game year two, if that's the case, because he's got the perfect role model right in front of him, having the year of his life, putting in the work. So I think it's just like you mentioned, the situation is just different. I don't necessarily think that's a negative for him. It's just this is the end of the year, and that's gonna be fine. Put the work in, you'll be fine.
Julius Randle is 26, 27.
Julius about to be 27.
So he's just now hitting.
He's now figuring it out, right?
Yeah.
He's just now figuring it out as a player.
Exactly.
I don't think at least for me, I don't think that the age should be an issue. I can understand.
I agree. I completely agree.
I can understand why people are a little apprehensive and a little bit taken aback because Obi, on his scouting report, top of the list was that he was supposed to be NBA ready. So now you're looking at all these different things that come into play. Well, if he's not NBA ready at 23, is he going to be NBA ready at 25? Yes. This was just a freak year. He wasn't able to go ahead and have the same rookie experience that a lot of other rookies have, and it hindered his development, not to mention that he was hurt when the season started. So there's a lot of things that were stacked against him. I'm not so worried about his age. 23 is not old by any means. A lot of players are not that great at 23, and 2-3 years later are 10 times better than they were at 23. So I'm not worried about that. Obviously, like I said, the fact that he was supposed to be NBA ready and he clearly is not, I can understand why you're upset. I'm a little disappointed by it because I rallied for Obi Toppin to be drafted to New York for like months, thinking that this was going to be a go-ahead. The minute he stepped on the court, he was ready to go. Boom, we're in here like swimwear. That just didn't happen. It just didn't happen that way. I think Obi deserves a shot where he's able to go through the motions like any other player before him has been able to go through, and then you go ahead and you make some sort of assessment on him. Doing it now is not fair. Yes, I do think while the G League was still going on, I would have preferred Obi to go in there, get the development he needed, get the time that he needed, because I don't think that Tibbs was going to give it to him. But the G League's done. That's over. So that book has closed. So here we are, and we just gotta wait. It's just a waiting game with Obi. That it really is what it is.
Yeah, I told y'all this is gonna be a problem, man. I told y'all this is gonna be a problem, man. We'll see
It's
what
not
happens.
a problem.
It's a problem, man. I'm
It's not
telling
a
you, it's
problem
a
until it's a
problem.
problem. Right now, it's not a problem.
The kid and Julius cannot. They're not gonna share the court together.
In that sense, yeah.
That is the problem, Ash. I keep saying it. He does not compliment Julius right now. He doesn't compliment him right now.
Right? Yeah. Right now.
I don't see it. I just don't see
I
it.
think
We'll
it
see.
became a problem. I don't think it was a problem
It
at first.
wasn't.
I think it's become a problem
Yeah.
because Julius Randle took the step that he took. I think it's becoming a problem. I see what you're saying, CP. But at first I didn't think it was gonna be a problem because everyone, like the caller just said, everyone was expecting Julius Randle to get traded by deadline this year. Everybody was saying it. Everybody was thinking he was gonna put his stats up. We were gonna trade him off for Terry Rozier or some kind of draft pick, and Obi was gonna get his moment to shine because we were just rebuilding. We weren't competing for nothing, and that changed. So I think you're right. I think now it's becoming a problem because now we're talking about extending Julius and this, that, and the third. Where does Obi fall on that? But in the same breath, I'm with Ash on this. I think it's way too soon to get worried about him. I think it's something that we can see get figured out in the long haul, and maybe he does end up fighting his spot on this rotation next year. But like we've been saying, I think this year we're seeing what we're gonna get from Obi Toppin.
And on top of that, I mean, like, people are expecting the front office to have been psychics, like Madame Cleo, like sitting behind a desk with a crystal ball, like seeing what the future was going to look like. We drafted Obi because we needed him based on what Julius Randle did not do the previous season. We needed a younger person of his position, somebody that can be part of the franchise for the long term. Nobody in their right mind, even me, who is the captain of the Randall Railroad, expected this kind of a turnaround from last season to this season. Now, the minute I saw it happening in the first few games, I said Randall's here to stay, yes. But last season, if you would have told me that Julius Randle was going to be an all-star, that this was the Julius Randle I was going to see, I would have thought you were crazy. But here we are. So if I didn't predict it, if the fans didn't predict it, who are much more in tune and dedicated to the game than I think a lot of the professionals are, then there's no possible way you can expect the front office to have known that Julius Randle is going to have this turnaround. It just has become a problem, but it wasn't from day one. It's just here we are.
Let's go to the phones. Bruce from Allentown, what's going on?
Hey, guys, CP, Ashley, DK, first time call. You guys are doing a great job. I just want to tell y'all that.
Appreciate it, Bruce.
I've been watching the show for a minute. Yeah, I've been watching the show for a minute, and I've been a Knicks fan for a long time. My first game was listening to him on radio in 1970. I done seen Connie Hawkins, Pistol Pete, a whole bunch of players from way back in the day. But my point I want to make is the guy Will, I was listening to Will, and he don't want the smoke. He's talking about tanking. We ain't about tanking. Ashley's right. Ain't no tanking in this game. You got to realize, when we was in 2000, we was the 8th seed. If we thought about tanking, we wouldn't have made it to the finals. From the 8th seed to the finals. So if we the 10th seed and we make the playoffs, because you can make it as a 10th seed, but if you put it all together as a 10th seed, you can still go to the finals. That's a 10th seed.
Yeah, I don't know.
We ain't scared of no Philly.
I'm not expecting a Cinderella season like that,
Brooklyn.
Bruce. Yeah,
I'm just saying, but we ain't scared of them.
Yeah,
you got to go out and play if you want to win. And another thing, as far as Obi Toppin is concerned, people looking for Obi to be this big time rookie, but see, Obi needs that right point guard. If he ain't got that Chris Paul, that LaMelo Ball, that Lonzo Ball, that's gonna go full court with him and hit him with the alley oops, he's not gonna be productive in this system. Certain players are productive in the system that's run for them. And this is not the right system without the right point guard for Obi. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, that's a fact. That I agree with you on 100%.
Yeah,
definitely agree with that. It's not the right system for him, and we don't have the personnel for him yet. Until we get CK's guy Lonzo Ball in there. We'll see.
I'm just adding to the Lonzo. Was it the Zoda and Wi-Fi? Y'all know what it is.
Lonzo Chaos.
Bruce got a lot of
Zoda and Y. Bring him in.
Bruce got a lot of faith, man. He's thinking 9-9 Cinderella story for us out here, man.
I respect it.
I respect it, Bruce. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. It's a lot of firepower out there.
I see the chat saying we needed a point guard. We shouldn't have drafted Obi. Did we not get quickly? I'm confused.
Yeah, it's just
Was
the verdict.
Quick
The verdict is
not
out with IQ,
satisfactory
man.
for you guys?
Of
Like,
course,
I'm
of course.
confused.
The verdict is going to be out on him. Whether he's
Yeah.
going to be the point guard long term or a more of a tweener combo. I look at him more as a tweener combo right now, and I would still look into this draft for a true facilitating point,
course,
or one would
but
bet would
that's the concept of building is you
Yeah.
do it step by step, block by block. At the time, Obi was a necessity because nobody knew Julius Randle was going to go ahead and become what he became. You still got the point guard that you needed. Now, is he going to go ahead and suffice for the point guard position in its entirety as you would like? Probably not. No, but that's what you do the next season. And I mean, I feel like we're kind of, picking at straws, if you will, if that's the saying. I don't even know if that's the saying. I just made it up. If it isn't, then here it is. I made it. We're kind of just nitpicking at things like we don't have any options. We have so many different options to get to the same destination, which is to build a solid, strong team that is a contender for many, many seasons to come. Why are we acting like we don't have the options available? We have them. They're there. Everybody breathe. It's
We're gonna give him
gonna
some
be
time.
okay.
We'll give him some time. So to Tim Kim in the chat, he says, sends a super chat. He says, sad to see the dude who averaged 21 points per game can't crack some minutes in an injury-riddled guard rotation. Free my boy Jared Harper. So he wants Jared Harper in here. All right. Emil Boumansour sends an Australian super chat. He says, tough loss. Bench play was terrible. Alec Burks doing his best to shoot us out the game. Not only today, but yesterday also. Not like we have anyone else to shoot, but still quickly with a bad 3 to end it. Yeah, I thought Burks had a good third quarter, though. I didn't think Burks had a terrible game. I was looking for him in the fourth when Julius was throwing the ball all over the place. I was like, give Burks some touches.
What'd you feel about the IQ shot, though?
I didn't like it. The last plays of the game, I thought it was terrible. But like I said, it was just late game execution was horrendous. IQ shot was terrible. Bullock shot was terrible. It was 14 seconds left. They running around with chickens without heads.
It's grasping at straws, not picking at straws.
Yeah.
Oh, you said pick. I was about to say, I thought you said it right. Oh, yeah.
I knew I got the straws part right, so it's grasping at straws.
I didn't like it. What'd you guys think in the chat, man, about the
Sorry
quickly
about
execution? What'd you guys think about that late game execution? 15 seconds left. I didn't like it, man. I didn't like it. But, these are growing pains of a young team with a young point guard, trying to make a play. And I guess he was, trying to get it out early just in case they could get the rebound and get some more attempts. But I just felt like they rushed
that
it.
shot.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I understand that thought process because, we were in transition. We had numbers. So if you missed it, we possibly could have got the rebound, which we ended up getting because it was a long miss. But at the same time, that was not the shot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just, like you say, it looked like we had no plan at all for that final play. And, then it came down to, the controversial out of bounds thing by Reggie Bullock. Yeah, it just was all around. I can't put that one on the rest because I think that was on us.
Reggie, that shot was terrible.
Terrible.
This was another one I wanted at I'm waiting for the
And
highlight
didn't
to
we
catch
say
up.
to stop letting Reggie play in the fourth? I know we're shorthanded. But
Yes.
I'm sure I said that.
Yeah. I
don't
told you,
wanna see him in
man.
the fourth quarter,
Second
ever.
half, Reggie
Like,
is not the
it's
guy.
dead.
Second half, Reggie runs out of gas, man. He runs out of gas. So, where's this play? I'm trying to find this play. Oh, yeah, this was a play as well. 26 seconds left. When Julius got it to RJ on the baseline, he had an easy 7-footer, and he just ripped. He hits the back rim on a fadeaway. Oh, man, you got to have some touch. You just got to work on his touch, man.
Yeah,
Just
the
add it to
layup
the
that
list.
he missed, I can't remember who it was at the end of the game, where we could have, it was earlier on in the season where we could have won the game and he missed that easy layup. And now RJ got this one to add to the list. It's good, man. It's going to help him grow. Help the 20-year-old grow. He's going to need these, shots that he's going to make.
I know he missed one at the Heat game, and I was sick.
Yeah.
Was that the layup? Is that the one I'm thinking about?
And then Tyler Hero got the ball, hit the game was over.
That was the one,
I was sick. Yeah.
Growing pains, man. Growing pains.
Bro, man, it's all right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
man.
RJ.
Let's
You're
get
still
back
my
to the
9
phones.
God, RJ. Still all love. I defend you to the end.
Let's get back to the phones. Let's go to Wesley out in L.A. Wesley, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What up, man?
Good. Real quick, I'm a Sixers fan. I'm from Philadelphia, whatever.
What?
And I'm a Sixers fan.
Yeah. What can we do for you, sir?
But I was no, I just wanted to say like I was impressed with the Knicks because I ain't seen y'all play all year.
Okay.
But that was a good showing. I know it's no moral victories, but that was pretty good. And I wanted to see what y'all take of the y'all young boy that y'all got. He looked pretty good today. That R.J. Barrett.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what your opinion of him moving forward. And I just, you know what I mean, because the Knicks been bad for a long time, but y'all got a new coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looked like the culture is changing a little bit. I like that. You know what I mean?
Sound like you want to become a Knicks fan, Wesley. Is that what you're trying to say, bro? There's no Sixers fan TV, so we appreciate you coming with respect.
Come through, bro.
But it sounds like you want to root for the team.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be a Knicks fan?
Well, let me tell you real quick. Like, I got a thing from New York because I went to school there. I went to LIU in Brooklyn.
Peeling back the layers, CK.
You know, I got a lot of Knicks friends and stuff. You know what I mean? So
all right.
I used to go to the Garden all the time, go see Marbury, all them. You know what I mean? So,
all right.
You know,
you're on your way. You're on your way. That RJ Barrett guy you're talking about.
Process is closed right now, but I may be able to expedite your application.
Appreciate it.
Right.
You know, the chat wanted me to pack him up. I was giving him some time. I want to hear he came with respect.
He can't exactly.
You know
I ain't mad at him. He came with respect. So some props.
Bandwagon application.
Yeah.
If he was just he had to tell me his favorite New York Knick of all time.
Yeah,
that's all.
he's a Philly Bull out there in LA, but I feel like he's rocks with the orange and blue heavy though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's just a little like he's not so sure of himself because you know Philly's at the top of the heap. You know what I'm saying? And so he wants to flex at the top. But I feel like he came with respect, man. We'll shout him out. Yeah.
He can come on over, just bring Seth Curry with him. We will take him. We'll take him.
I'm telling you, man, it's hard out here. There's no Sixers fan TV. You know, there's no Nets fan TV.
No Nets fan TV, right?
They want to play. They want a place to call home.
Line of the day.
They want a place to call home. So, you know, it just is what it is. And speaking of which, CP versus Kelman 4 kicked off today.
Oh, my broom.
Went back into the Lions Den with the broom. Taking on Max Kellerman. Covered a lot of Knicks versus Nets. Covered Julius, RJ. I went in there. I was poised. I was confident in my takes. Schooled them on a couple of things. You know what I mean? Threw some analytics out there. Shook it up a little bit. You know what I mean? They don't do that on ESPN radio. They just talk about hot takes and James Dolan and whatnot. So it was a good showing. And then in the end, came out of there with a weekly spot. Every Tuesday, CP and Max Kellerman. So definitely appreciate everybody at ESPN. Appreciate the Kellerman show. 4-0 on Kellerman. Yeah, it was a good show, man.
It's so good they got to use you for views, man. They cut your whole segment and put it on their channel, man. And they using you as some analytic data and as
there we go.
A review on RJ Barrett, bro. You see that?
No, I didn't see it. They put it on ESPN? They put it on ESPN? I didn't see it.
They did, man. But they didn't even name it, Max Kellerman. Nah, they said RJ Barrett growth in year 2 or something like that. And it's you breaking it down.
Breaking it down.
Using you,
breaking it down.
Knicks
fan TV. ESPN.
I'm saying.
You already had CP. Here. Call your girl.
We out
just
here.
saying.
There you go.
I'm here
too. There you go.
We out here. And Ash, you and Robin Lundberg, you got Robin Lundberg on Sports Illustrated. You know what I'm saying?
I had to hold it down over at SI. Robin tried to tell me, he tried to tell me a couple days ago that the Nets ran not only New York, but the NBA, so I had to shut that down. Then he tried to tell me today that the call on us was not a missed call. It was indeed in travel, so I had to school him on Basketball 101. But, the video's on my Twitter feed if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. But listen, we're not tolerating no disrespect to the New York Knicks.
100%.
This year, next year, ever, before, ever
100%.
again. It's not happening. Those days are done. We in here.
I seen somebody invite him over to KnicksFanTV. He was like, yo, I'd be happy to do it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. The chat might not be too.
You should be able to bring Robin on.
The chat might not go so easy on him, man. Or that Robin Lundberg. He's been talking real spicy about us, man. Real spicy. You know what I mean? There's been somebody on Twitter that's been wanting us to go at him for ages, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit on that one, man. But so it's everybody in the chat though, man. It's basically the support of the people that watch, the people that subscribe, the people that tune in, day out. that allows me to have these opportunities to kind of quote unquote represent the fan base in that way. And it's a great opportunity, man. It's a humbling experience, and definitely appreciate everybody for their support. When we say hit that thumbs up, when we say share these videos and hit that like button and all of that, that's what happens. It promotes the show, it promotes our voices, and more people tune in, and the people that do see value from it, it elevates us. It elevates all of us. And so it's an interesting journey. It's a journey that you feel like you take everybody with you on, all the thousands of people that watch every day. You feel like you're all on that journey together. So it's definitely a great experience. And tune in next Tuesday. ESPN Plus, ESPN Radio XM70, Knicks Talk, a.k.a. me schooling Max Kellerman on the orange and blue. He's a Knicks fan, man. He's a real Knicks fan. He's just playing.
And did you know that Robin was actually Max's intern?
Yeah. I used to rock with them heavy when Kellerman was.
You gotta bring him on.
When
Listen,
Kellerman
if you're gonna
was
go
legit,
after the captain, you gotta go after his first
because they both took that angle, like that LOL Knicks angle. They took that angle, and we're here on the day-to-day with the real.
Are you scared?
Never.
Okay, let's do it then.
Robin Lundberg? Never.
He sound a little shook. All I'm hearing is excuses.
I'm trying to save him from himself because the callers in the chat will run him up out of here. I don't want it to be a bad experience.
He knew what it was when he signed up. He approached you about doing it. He said he wants to come on. And he's ready for the smoke. So if he wants it, you got to give it to him.
Yeah. All right. We might have to do that, man. G Money, BK Originals, CP pushing for Kendrick Perkins spot.
Oh man.
Let me see what Dave is saying. So somebody asked for J Boogie. Let's see. Oh, they said slow-mo the chat. All right, let me slow-mo the chat. Slow that down a little bit and get back to the callers. Let's go to Ken from Jersey. Ken, how you feeling?
Hey, man. How's it going, y'all? Thanks for having me.
No doubt, bro. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good. Just wanted to talk about tonight's game. I pretty much had the whole lead up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But I want to just repeat what last night's caller said about Frank. Man, if he give us anything offensively, we pretty much win this game. And I think it's time to pack him up, man. To be honest, once D-Rose come back.
That was the thing. I forgot who I was having that conversation with. And they were like, is Frank going to be a long-term stay in the rotation? And I just felt like, well, once D-Rose and Peyton come back, it doesn't seem like it because I have Obi penciled in that spot. And then obviously you have Bullock, you have Burks in that wing spot as well. But it's just the frustration with Frank. It's been like this for 4 years. The defense is a constant. You know what I'm saying? The defense is there. He helps us a lot. Last night, he was a huge factor in bringing us back into that game against the Nets. Huge factor when Frank came in. Big time difference maker. But on the other end, you're playing 5-on-4. And that hurts us, man. It hurts us. So it's just a fine balance. And any coach is going to be confused because you don't know what you're getting from the kid night in, night out. Alan Hahn came on the show in the preseason. We talked about the same exact thing. The coaches just don't know what you're getting from Frank from one night to the next. One night he looks like the Frank from San Antonio game. Next night is this, a goose egg, 3 air balls. You don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know, man.
That was one of my critiques of Frank early on was, one, obviously the health thing, which you can't always help.
Yeah.
Most of the time you can't help. It's out of your control. Unfortunately, it's just a roll of the dice. But the other thing that I was not sold on was just in one of my arguments was the inconsistencies in Frank. I just never know what kind of Frank, what version of him I'm ever going to get. It seems like he has these spurts where there's a couple of games back to back that maybe, you see signs of life and you see signs of what he can be, who he can be, what he can be for this team. And then he just reverts to just basically just a body on the court that you just see running up and down, but he's not really doing anything. He's just there. He's just taking up space on the court. And it's just, I don't want to say he's a bust, but I think he's a bust for the New York Knicks. I just don't think he fits in what this team is trying to do. And again, that may change if you surround him with shooters where it's not on him to go ahead and have to score as much. You're not expecting him to put up these points on the board. He's more of there as a defensive effort. He's more of there to just make the other shooters uncomfortable on the opposing team. But that's not where we are right now. I don't know when we're going to get there, whether it's in the draft, whether it's in free agency, whether it's in trades. That's looking into the future. We're talking about right now. And right now, Frank is just not doing it. He's just not getting it done. He's not helping us where we need to help, where we need help. It's just zero offense from him. And we need all the offensive help we can get.
CK, where you at on Frank long term, bro?
I've officially gone to the point where I feel like literally what Ashley just said. I still believe Frank Ntilikina is somebody that can be of value in this league. I just don't think it's gonna be with us, unfortunately, because where do you find his minutes? You put it perfectly. Like when we get healthy, where does Frank land? You know, I do believe Frank Ntilikina, when he has played his best basketball this season, was next to a Derrick Rose or next to Emmanuel Quickly. But then with Elfrid Payton coming back, we can sit here and play NBA 2K all we want and pretend that Elfrid Payton is just going to be out of the rotation, but we know that's not going to be the case. He's going to be starting on this team when Elfrid Payton comes back, and then that means we got IQ and D Rose once again coming off the bench, and Frank then is going to be out of the rotation because, like you mentioned, Obi's going to play, Burks is definitely going to get his minutes, and then that leaves Taj Gibson or whoever else is going to be the next guy. We only play 9 players, so it's just at a point where Frank Ntilikina, I do believe, can be of value, but it's just not going to be for us because it's just he doesn't fit that role that we need scoring right now. And then whenever we fall into situations like this where we're injured, he doesn't come through. You know what I'm saying? So we just don't have the rotation space, and it's been 4 years. I believe in him. I'll definitely cheer him on somewhere else, but I just don't see how it's going to work for us long term. He's gotten the opportunities, and he hasn't really been doing anything with them consistently for all 4 years.
Yeah, it's just the confidence, man. We always talk about the confidence. You know, here's Steve Popper from Newsday, beat writer. He says, last 2 games before the break, Frank was 8 for 11, 6 of 6 from downtown. In the 4 games since, he's 0 for 13, 0 for 6 from 3. So it's, the enigma of Frank continues, man. Good defender, lousy on the offensive side of the ball.
I also think, though, the confidence issue is not 100% his fault. You can obviously you can sympathize with the fact or empathize with the fact that, when you're constantly injured and unable to contribute to a team, and then you kind of have to acclimate yourself to the situation all over again. You're constantly going through that cycle: injury, rehab, acclimation, injury, rehab, acclimation, injury, rehab, acclimation. It wears on you. It wears on you as a player. It wears on you mentally. It wears on you spiritually. So I don't want to say that 100% of Frank and him just not being there fully is on him. I think it's unfortunate that he's had the cycle the first 4 years in this league that he's had, but it's the name of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but this is where we are. And I just think I would love to just see him in a situation where he can flourish. I just want to see him in a situation where he can be a contributing person, a contributing player on that court consistently, and his talents are valued, and whatever he can develop as the season progresses, as those seasons progress, he can do that at his own pace, at his own speed. It's just not going to happen in New York. Our trajectory at this point is just so far past what Frank can give us. We just can't wait anymore. We've given him the opportunity yet again, and here we are having the same conversation we were having 4 months ago, anticipating if he was ever going to see the court again. The chapter's closed. This is just it.
It's over. All right, forget about Frank, because we got $100 super chat in here from Eugene. He says, number one, this loss is in the third when we let Curry go off. I agree with that. I hated that. Oh man, I hated that. I was talking to my guy Sean Shepard, and right after halftime, I was like, yo, we got to come out with some intensity. Watch Seth Curry. He's about to go off. Soon as the half starts, he busts up for 2 back-to-back three-pointers. Back-to-back three-pointers. And then that play in the fourth, man, where Julius, laid off him. I thought that was a momentum killer right there, and that's what got him back into the game. He says, number 2, Tibbs has to draw up better end-of-game plays. That's one thing. Our sidelines out of bounds and our after timeout plays have not been as crisp under Tibbs as it has been under Miller. I thought Miller last year, they executed very well after timeouts. The Knicks did. I got to look up statistically how it shakes out, but it just seems from the eye test, it seems like they were able to execute a lot better under Miller under the after timeout plays than on the Tibbs, and also sidelines out of bounds and end the game. He also says number 3, Obi and Frank look scared out there. That I can agree with. And he says IQ is a 2, not a 1. I don't talk, but been watching for 3 years. Salute to Eugene. He says, shout out CP for getting that ESPN exposure and killing that trader Max Kellerman 4-0. Salute to Eugene, man. Definitely appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the love. Varunski's take sends us a $20 super chat. Varunski's appreciate it. Eugene definitely appreciate that. The rest of the super chats got erased. I gotta find them somewhere. Marcus Marconi says Suggs and Levine free agency backcourt is key. I think Levine's like 2 years away, right?
How are we getting Suggs?
Yeah, I don't see it, man.
I'm sorry.
You gotta go with the Will from LI plan if you want Suggs.
yeah, right. There you go. We got fold.
Yeah.
We got to sell. That's what we got to do. I don't know. Nice.
Yeah,
it would be nice though.
It would. It would be great.
Guys, we don't have enough likes.
How many likes we got, Ash?
Uh-oh.
What's the deal? Oh,
we have 460, but
likes.
we have 1,279, almost
know,
1,300 people in this chat. So a bunch of y'all are not hitting the thumbs up button.
Yeah.
I know we lost. I know we're in bitter moods. I know it's a back-to-back. The first game we shouldn't have lost, but that's in the past. But we got to hit the thumbs up because we are here. We are still pushing forward.
Facts.
Knicks Nation, New York Grits, never quit. So hit the thumbs up. And the 7 people who hit the thumbs down, I see you. And I'm watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout
I know what's up.
out to Dead the Hype. He said, CNFanTV, we in here heavy. He wants to be the captain, Ash. It's a lot of people stepping up, man. They want to be the captain. We still got to do the Love Connection show, Ash. We got to figure that out, man. We got to figure that out.
You have to hurry up and do this because the amount of DMs I get about this Love Connection
They're
show,
interested.
about where they can apply, how they can apply,
see?
what's the criteria,
Yeah.
how are we picking the contestants?
We gonna figure that out.
I'm directing all these DMs to you from now on.
We gonna figure that
because
out,
I don't
man.
have the answers.
What you gotta do.
I'm about to get in my Chuck Woolery bag.
Sway.
I'm about to get in my Chuck Woolery bag. We gonna do this thing, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a hit. Just trust and believe. It's gonna be a hit. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. If you guys are part of CNFanTV, leave us a hashtag CNFanTV. It is okay. There's no shame. This is a judgment-free zone. Let yourself be known. It is all good, man. No worries. No worries, man. This is a safe space for you guys, all right? All right, let's get back to the phone.
There you go, Chris Riddick. Go ahead. First one I saw. Go ahead,
Chris
bro.
Riddick
Start it off.
He said, hallelujah. Yeah. Chris from San Antonio's cracking up. Chris, what up, bro?
Yo, that's funny. Yeah, hashtag CNFanTV.
Yeah,
but
man.
Shout out
You in it there. Chris
TK.
is in it.
I also wanted to shout out Ash because she does always drop those Drake bars, and I always notice the Drake bars that she drops.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the last 2 games, though, just real quick. We got IQ starting, right, for the past 2 games against Easter Conference Finals contenders, or whatever you want to call them. And so this is a rookie, 30 games in, however many games we're in, going against these heavyweights. And, of course, we don't have, our top guards or whatever you want to call them. But I think that for the losses that we got, as heartbreaking as they are, you got to look at it from that perspective as well. Even though he didn't have, the greatest games, that's definitely what we like to see. He's out there and he's playing fearless. Mm-hmm. But I also wanted to talk about Obi real quick because I think the biggest thing that Obi will have to work on, or however you want to call it, is his strength. I mean, I've seen him jump over Julius Randle and his father. Like, he's got all the athleticism in the world. He just needs to get stronger because clearly he's not able to post up some guards, and that's like some KP type thing. But I think that's going to change when he gets in the weight room and gets some more NBA strength. And he was playing with Jalen Crutcher last year. He had Jalen Crutcher sitting next to him in the draft. He credited him for getting him to the NBA, and that's a point guard. I think we were talking about how Derrick Rose is getting him involved a lot more. Mm-hmm. I think once D Rose comes back, we're going to see, Obi at least take another step up. And if we get some more play from D Rose later in the season, we could see Obi take off. I also wanted to know what you guys think about Lonzo, because I think it's possible we could get him to come here. We just have a lot of money. We have a big market. We could get him to play against his brother every now and then. And I think we could get him to sign at least to get him to sign the offer sheet. So I'm wondering what you guys feel about that, because last time I called in, I asked CP and Alex what they felt about a prototype next to Randall would be, and they said a scoring forward. They said Alex said Durant. So I'm wondering if you guys think that Lonzo or a guard like that could also be a prototype that can come and help our team take it to the next level.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
CK just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I saw him get goosebumps when the word Lonzo was said.
Out. Nah. It's like it's my people. That's all it was. Like, all right, here you go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. I the thing I said about Lonzo is see what happens in the draft. Then you make a move. You might have to make a move for him. And I don't think it would be a terrible move. I think he could help this team tremendously. When you look at the way he can push the pace, he's a guy that can get from end to end in 4 steps. You know what I mean? He's a guy with blazing speed. He can push the pace for you, get you up tempo, get you some. If the 3-point shooting is real, I like to see the rest of it. For the rest of the season, that would be ideal as well. He can defend. So I think Lonzo could definitely help. I'm just against the trading and signing players in the midseason. So I say go through the draft, see what you get out of it. If you don't feel like you have your point guard, try to get him. Try to get him. You got to try to make a move. And a player who seems like he's improving and seems like he's on the rise, an upstart, wouldn't be a bad idea. And LeVar would love to come to MSG.
And we'll put him on the show, bro. I'll be on that. I'll be on that. I'll get LeVar on. When it happens, we'll get LeVar here, and I'll be the one. I'll bring him on. I got you.
Can you also imagine LeVar sitting next to Spike?
Yeah.
Crazy. That's what we need,
that'd be
man.
Crazy,
Yo,
that'd be crazy.
It would be pure chaos.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't know if New York's ready for that.
100%.
Oh my God, it would be pure chaos.
Yeah, man.
We've got ESPN every single day.
Wow.
Let me salute some people
for that alone.
Salute some people in the chat. Salute PH Hoodie. He's Team Hashtag New. Salute Jaime Fernandez says Team Hashtag New. He says Oladipo's looking good tonight for Houston. All right, didn't see the game.
Good for Victor. Glad.
Yeah.
Falling out in Houston.
Yeah. Shout out Seth Lewis. He says the real hashtag simp is Max for the Lakers. Ooh. All right, let's shout out who we got. Dead the Hype says we need SimpFanTV merch.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm trying SimpFanTV. I'm trying to holler at them to get it going for you guys, man. I'm telling you, the people want it, y'all. The people want it.
Absolutely.
And where's the Shaq? Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt.
Cuisine Kings hashtag SimpFanTV. What's good? Ash, who you want to shout out tonight?
I can't believe when you started with this SimpFanTV. Out of control.
Listen, they're here. We embraced them. There is no shame in the game.
Shout out to Michael Maldonado saying that ESPN could definitely use Captain Ashley. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone in here who is new. Also, put your cities, put your locations. Shout out to all the
30
boroughs,
cities in the
Staten
chat.
Island, Killer Queens, the Boogie Down Bronx, BK all day, Manhattan. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to Long Island. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to the whole tri-state area kicking it with us. And if you're not from the tri-state, go ahead and put your city in the chat so we can shout that out too.
Yes. Shout out Kyle Jackman, Team Hashtag New. Appreciate you. CK, who you want to shout out, bro?
Well, since Lonzo Ball's been talked about, shout out to everybody talking about CK. They're talking about Lonzo, so shout out to all the Zoda NY folks in the chat. Shout out to all the Simp. I gotta give love to SimpFanTV people because like I got respect for you guys. Just come out here and let it be known how you feeling. That's why
this is a judgment-free zone.
Because he was the first one.
You know what I mean?
I love
this
it.
is a judgment-free zone.
No shame in their game. I'm all about that. And shout out to all my patient Knicks fans in the chat. I'm seeing all the people talking about give Obi time and this and that. Yes, that's what we need more of, patience within this organization. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the new folks. And definitely shout out to the CK crew. I see you guys supporting. Love the love that's coming over here. I love
Christoph said, time to take a shave, your front break. No testimonials.
Somebody asked, can we send Ashley our Manscaped applications?
Oh gosh,
said,
no.
Shout out to SimpFanTV though. I do love you guys, but I don't need your Manscaped.
No testimonials, man. No testimonials. Please. Who we got in there? Sham Boy, what's going on? Checking in from JA. C. Marshall, Mount Vernon. All right, so he probably wants Andre Drummond here. No Limit Kai says hashtag Brooklyn. We got Will from LI, obviously, checking in the chat. Will's in here. What's good? Jake Lang says NYC to Los Angeles. We got Mike DeCastro checking in from San Diego. No doubt. Wow. Charlie's back in the building. He says Corona NY, baby, 11368. All right. Steve Verner says, I'll draw the KnicksFanTV logo. Them boys letting everyone know.
What does a
Yes.
TV logo look like?
Let him
Hey,
figure
we'll talk
it
to
out.
Steve.
Let him figure it out.
Me
I'm
and
ready.
Steve, me and
Let's
Steve
see
will
what that looks
coordinate. We'll coordinate. You know what I'm saying? We'll coordinate that and figure it out. You know?
You better hurry up and trademark that before someone takes it.
Yeah,
CP.
got to.
I'm saying,
Got
bro.
to, man. Yeah,
I'm
we're gonna
saying.
do that. Let's go up north. The Canadian Homers in the building. Illa, how you feeling, man? How you doing, bro? Talk to me, man.
Yo, CP, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me,
What's
bro.
good, bro? How you feeling?
I just wanted to. I'm all right, man. The back-to-back losses, that kind of hurt me. But watching RJ, being a beast that he is,
yeah,
can't complain.
of course not.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Miles Turner rumors that are circulating in the media.
Holidays lighten things up.
Turner would be an interesting pickup if the Knicks decided to go that route. We all know how much Tibbs loves defensive players, and Turner obviously provides that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Turner lead the league in a few years ago in blocks per game?
He does right now.
Gotta double check on that, but
Right now.
okay.
Yeah.
So right. I like the fact that he's only 24 years old, and if you surround him with a good core, he's got the potential to be good. Plus, he would be more of an upgrade than Noel. No disrespect to him. And I think right now Turner makes $17 million a season with the Pacers. I could be wrong, give or take. I got to double check on that. And yeah, so I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that, and that's it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my thoughts are, of course, I would take Miles Turner. I just think that rumor is a bunch of garbage. The rumors basically the Knicks are among teams who would, could, should, may check in and see if Miles Turner is available. You know what I mean? It's one of those stupid rumors.
Yeah.
You just can't get nothing out of it. You know what I mean? Of course they would inquire. Teams inquire about players all the time, but I just don't think it has any legs. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna comment on it. It doesn't exist. It's not. It's just not. It's just talk. That's what it basically is. There's rumors and then there's fantasies.
Yeah.
This goes in the fantasy section.
Yeah.
So it's
Just
not.
another way to put the Knicks name in some kind of move going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a what is it? Clickbait. That's just what it is.
That's what it sounded like. Of course, I'd take him, man. A guy that can hit the three, he could space the floor for you, leads the league. I believe he's at the top of the league in blocks. He's averaging 3.4 blocks a game. So that's got to be up there. I got to see where his standings are. But Miles Turner is
flipping Mitch?
No, hell no. No. You're not getting block nets out of that. That's for sure. No way. I'm definitely not doing that. But
I completely agree.
If he could be had for cheap, I'd do it. But I don't even see why would the Pacers make him available.
That's my problem, right?
The
It just
whole thing
doesn't
they
make
wouldn't.
sense. Yeah, exactly.
Right, and that was the whole thing in the
thing makes
article.
no sense.
The whole article was like the Knicks are among teams that are checking in to see if he's available.
Trash.
It's the dumbest thing I've heard, man.
Trash.
It's one of those should, could, would, may type of things. But yeah, if we want to dream, sure, I'd take Miles Turner on the Knicks. Yeah, definitely. So, salute to Illa though. Always in a good mood, especially when RJ goes off. So
Really?
yeah.
Listen, it's that free healthcare they have in Canada, man. It makes you in a better mood.
It's-
Man, he came in here
living
making me feel
carefree out
better,
there.
man.
They living
I love
carefree
it.
out
I
there.
mean, just the unlimited amount of maple syrup. It's just a good time.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
It's not to be happy about.
Facts. Let me get to my guy Angel from Philly. Angel, what's good, bro?
Yo, CP, what's good, bro?
Chillin', man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. Hey, what's going on, Ashley? What's up, CK2K? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How you doing? Oh, you talking?
Hey, what's up, y'all? So listen, man. We just gotta be patient with the whole Obi thing. That's where I'm gonna start off. We're not really running any plays for him right now. When he passing the ball, they got him at the 3 like he's Steph Curry. This boy can't shoot yet. He's young. You gotta be patient. You got to run plays for him. We need a floor general. That's another reason why we was turning the ball over in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely need shooting, bro, because Reggie Bullock, he had 0 points he had like 3 points in the last 2 games in the second half. That ain't gonna get you nowhere when you playing playoff teams. You know, it's the same thing with Frank Ntilikina. His jump shot got the coronavirus, bro. Like, what's going on with his jump shot? I just can't stand it.
Yeah.
You know, and listen, bro, like, I want to see RJ with the ball in his hands more because, you know, this guy, you know, he's really stepping his game up, and I'm very impressed, you know, and the way he's playing, like, why not? What do you got to lose, you know? And my last point, why not use Kevin Knox? I mean, I don't understand. If Obi can't score, and I'm a big Obi fan, you know, but if Obi can't do his thing, why not use Kevin Knox?
Politics, man.
The one thing we know about Kevin Knox is he can shoot.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we do know. And if you're not gonna play him, we gotta make a move for a floor general because obviously with Rose, you don't know what's gonna happen with that. And shooting, like we can't score in the second half, bro. We scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, and then we blew a 9-point lead. Like every time Randall's going to the paint, you know, they're just suffocating him because he don't got nobody to pass the ball to.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're good. And let me tell you something. I want all the smoke. You know, I ain't afraid of nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's how us Knicks fans roll. We want all the smoke.
Facts.
So thanks for taking my call. And CP, I just want to say one last thing.
Yep.
I appreciate that W on Max, bro. You did your thing.
Of course. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for taking my call, bro. Appreciate it.
Angel. Appreciate it. The Obi thing just comes off
And
as
thank
politics.
you. Oh, he's off the phone.
Oh, is he off? Let me see. Nah, Angel's back, man. Angel's back. Go ahead, Ash.
Angel, I got your gift. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna say what the gift is, but I appreciate your gift thoroughly. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Hey, listen, man. We all support each other, man. We all got to ride together. That's how we roll. We stick to our word. That's how we roll.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Thus began the war of CNFan-TV.
Yeah, sheesh. Even I got shy on that one, man. Jeez. Yo, okay. All right. No doubt. Appreciate that. So to Angel, though, man. He's a good caller. Definitely appreciate that. The original man says he's the king simp.
The king simp, yeah. Angel made it.
Nah, salute to Angel, man. Definitely appreciate that.
CK, don't encourage that.
I'm sorry. Let me stop. You're right. My fault.
Someone say, yo, what's going on here? How come Angel got a head start?
I'm telling you, you started a war.
All I did was say thank you for a gift. Did everyone say that he got a head start on the Love Connection?
I don't know, man.
They're calling foul play, CP.
Listen, you went out of time, bro.
I just facilitate the conversations. I'm just the quarterback here. I don't know nothing else, man. Though I don't know. I just facilitate the conversations, man. So to Andrew V, he says, I'm super chatting from a Chimmy Chuck in the Heights. Go Knicks, get Frank a shooting coach or a shrink. Shout out to Charlie, stay wild, my guy. Hashtag TMK. Yo, Andrew, give me the address of the truck, man. I'm about to pull up, man. I feel like I got to get back outside, man. I haven't been outside in ages like that. So, if I don't know, is it your truck? You own the truck, or you just pulling up for a snack or something? Like, do you own the truck? If you own the truck, give me the location. I'll pull up. Maybe do a post game from the truck. From the Chimney Truck, you know what I'm saying? That might be a dope little thing for the summertime, man. Go out in the Heights and post up. That definitely might be the wave. So yeah, Andrew, definitely throw the location out there, man. Appreciate the super chat though.
Someone said Angel needs to be arrested for insider trading.
It's so bad in the chat. I'm trying not to. But it's so funny, bro. It's wilding out right now, man.
Yo, it's wild, man. It's wild. You gotta have fun after a loss like tonight, man. Christoph sends a super chat. He says, Ash, do you like bun and cheese? CNFanTV. Yeah, it's April. Easter's coming up. You know, you gotta get your bun and cheese on, man. Definitely. So salute to Christoph. You know what time it is. Definitely. All right, last call of the night. Let's go to DJ from Shaolin. DJ, how you doing, bro?
Before we go, hit that thumbs up button for your team.
Always.
CP, I'm very proud of you because Max is like, I can't with that dude. That dude is the definition of a simp.
Yeah.
He's a real definition of a simp.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what you're doing to these boys, man, but you still the little sis to me over that Denzel Washington gig. I ain't letting that go. But as far as this game in particular, this game, like every time I watch, I'm watching the highlights now, and obviously the Pelicans are playing the Blazers. They're smoking them off the court on CJ's first night back. I just look at Lonzo Ball, and I'm like, he unlocks so much for so many players on this team, and I really don't know what it'll cost. Like, I've been on this bandwagon with Lonzo. I might be the bus driver of this bandwagon with Lonzo, but if I could get Lonzo with JJ Redick, man, I'm more than happy. You don't gotta do nothing else. You don't need nothing else, man. That Miles Turner thing, as far as the Miles Turner thing, I was gonna ask you that, CP. I was hitting you up earlier. One could dream. Like,
yeah.
That's all I can say. One could dream. Well, that's all I could say. But we got a game on Thursday against the Magic. The Magic is struggling. Hopefully Rose is back. I know his friend had a sudden, death. That's unfortunate. I can relate. So, hopefully once we get the group back together, because mind you, like, everybody has to calm down. This is the number one seed and the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
So everybody just take a fall back and, just relax. We're going to get reinforcements on the way. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. You already went into Miles Turner, so I don't gotta say much. But CP, I'm proud of you. Keep dishing it on Max every Tuesday.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the call. Appreciate everybody for tuning in 100%. Hey, yeah, man, great show. Great show indeed. We are back on. What's the next game? I gotta check. What's the next game?
Thursday, no?
Thursday, yeah. Thursday against the Magic. Yeah, Thursday against the Magic. So, Knicks are back against the Magic. And, yeah, you could definitely look at it like that, from DJ's perspective. Silver linings. We did take the top 2 seeds in the East to the wire. A shorthanded Knicks team on the second night of a back-to-back. They fought. They definitely did fight. And the frustration lies in the fact that in late-game situations, like last night, like tonight, you just want to be able to etch those out. The good teams do. The bad teams don't. And sometimes it's just as simple as that, man. And Julius RJ, they gave it their all, but they just fell short, man. So Knicks go down. Now 20-21 on the campaign, but we'll have to bounce back. Again, the Magic game is a game. It's a team that's fighting for your position. They want your spot. You got to take it. At home, you got to take it from them. If they lose that game, that's a true disappointment. So let's see if they bounce back. All right. What else we got here? Salute to the Rhyme Animal. Chuck D says, sends a super chat. He says, shows like this lessen the fan pain. For real, in the past, after a Knick loss, you felt alone and slapped and you could slip and harm furniture. Yeah, man. It was one of those nights, Chuck. Yeah, definitely one of those nights, man. But definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. And let me get my outro music. And then we out of here. CK, good show, bro. Go ahead and sign out, man.
Yeah, man, same thing that you said at the top. We're going to move on. Big game against the Magic on Thursday. Big game for the fact that we don't want to fall too far behind 500. So shake it off, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be okay, and we'll see that game then. But you know the deal. Follow me everywhere at CK2K. New videos damn near every day. New video tomorrow. Check it out. Just search CK2K. You will find me. And also to the last caller, and to y'all in the chat, I'm the original driver of the Lonzo Ball to New York train. All right, just to get that real, okay? All right, so to NY, you know what it is.
Absolutely, Ashley.
I couldn't have said it better myself, CK. Gotta keep pushing forward. What is done is done. We are looking to the future. We got work to do. The New York Grits. We never quit. As usual, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashley Nicole Moss. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, All In with Ashley Nicole. Hit the thumbs up on my most recent video. Give me some views. And shout out to all of KnicksFanTV. I love you guys.
Especially Angel. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your squad. Tough loss tonight, man. 96-93. Seemed like we had it, but Sixers just took it, man. They were a good team, and they took it out of our hands. Remember, this show's available in audio podcast format. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Alexa, all the major ones on the KnicksFanTV. So never have an excuse to miss it. Once again, please hit that like button. Please hit that thumbs up button. Share these videos. Make sure you catch CP versus Kellerman 4. TM, if you could throw the link in the chat. please do so. Also, please throw the link in the chat for the Discord group. For those of you that like Discord, the conversation is always going. We got a robust group of almost 400 strong in there talking about the Knicks. It's a 24-hour conversation, so make sure you guys join that. As usual, thanks for Manscaped. Thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Remember to go to manscaped.com, promo code Knicks, and get 20% off plus free shipping. And that shipping US, UK, European Union, and Australia. So all of you guys will be taken care of. Just no testimonials. Remember that. No testimonials. No testimonials. Couple more things before we wrap. Let me just get these Miles Turner joints out of here. Let me salute some of the super chats that came in as of late. Real quick. Let's go to, because some of them got erased, so I'm not sure what happened. Angels sends a super chat. He says, yo, CP, definitely need the info on the Love Connection, and tell Ash there's more gifts coming. Bullock Frank did the same thing the Giants did in free agency. Absolutely nothing but on to the Magic. Man, oh man, if the Giants fans in the chat, can we get Kenny Galladay, for Christ's sake? Can we get a good receiver? Dave Gettleman is getting me nervous, man. I just don't know. I don't know what Gettleman is doing out there, and I'm very, very nervous about this guy's moves, man. I need Kenny Galladay in a Giant uniform, man. Let's see what happens. Dylan Alex says Kyle Lowry is built like a Hummer, no cap. Emil Beaumont source into an Australian super chat. He says, one more question for the crew. Do you think the two heartbreakers will affect our confidence going forward? Because confidence is a big thing with this team. Well, the confidence seemed like it was on point in this game, man. You wanted to see whether it was going to shake them up tonight, versus last night, but they came in strong. They definitely came in strong. So, no, I don't think so. I think we'll be fine, man. I think we'll definitely be fine.
Agreed.
Some more super chats have come in. Let me get to them. Tiger Style says, Frank Hive hanging on for dear life. Your boy don't love you. Can't you see that in his horrendous play? Wake up, you fools. Let this little baguette go far away. Hey, man, they spent Skrilla. I'm just reading. I'm just a messenger, people. Please. No thumbs down on that. I'm just a messenger. Got your open salute. Got your open games, man. He's been making a lot of funny memes and videos of the CP Kellerman wars. So appreciate you on that. He says 2 tough losses. Quickly, only 1 turnover as a starting point guard. Jay Renee says, I don't think IQ point is fair. Dude got his first 2 starts against literally the top 2 teams in the East, and he didn't back up an inch. Ron Hansley says, salute my bro. Ron Hansley says, tough back-to-back losses. On a brighter note, bring out the brooms. Shout out to CP, the Kellerman killer, as Max drops the ball once again like a Noel and Bullock fast break. Hit that thumbs up for your squad. So my guy Ron Hansley. Ruel, appreciate it. Paul Robinson says, Obi needs to work with Hakeem this summer. Eugene, appreciated once again. $100 super chat. Luther McElroy says, hashtag Kellerman sweep. No doubt. Tom Herrera. Obi's offensive strengths are playing in a fast-paced offense with a dynamic point guard. We run a slow half-court style. Everyone standing on the perimeter. Why draft this kid in the lottery if he's a poor fit and tip system? Well, we're going to find out. But we'll have some patience with him. New York Sports Guy says, I'm out on Frank. Assign him to clapping duties next to Theo. Yo. And free quarter boy Kev. SN is CK for the long term then. I like the current dynamic. Appreciate it. Drea Marie says, hoping Leon is not too prideful to trade Obi. It's early, but he does nothing good, and it's putting pressure on Randall because he can never rest. That's what I'm saying, and it was evident tonight. That's all. We understand Obi's shortcomings, but it's having cascading effects. This is why Tibbs has to look at this. If you truly want to, have plays that affect winning, Obi's not doing that for you, and it's could be affecting losing down the stretch in this tough schedule. Not saying Kev is a world beater, but he deserves a look, because I think he'll give you some better minutes than Obi's going to give you right now. First Lady of Sports says, I believe Frank was in the mindset that he was playing off ball this year. I believe moving him to the point guard was mentally affecting him. He was playing He was playing well as the 1 and the 3. Frank is a defensive Tony Allen. She's playing well at the 2 and the 3, she meant. Jacob Carlson, Obi's playing nervous. Too much is on his head. Athleticism is there, but he needs somebody to develop his mental more than develop his physical. Maurice Baker, Obi top and be like Jermaine O'Neal when he was drafted to Portland. Playing behind Sheed. It's a good comparison. And J.O. became a beast. He'll develop some go-to moves in a season or two. He'll be straight. Well, I think, J.O. had a much more polished overall game, though. I think, that's the tough part. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if Obi can round that out, but I'm not sure, man. We'll see how it goes. Junior Coroma says, CP the Don, you made it, brother. Gonna be a regular on the Max Radio Show. You, sir, are the chosen one. What a blessing. And shout out to Jay Ellis. Paul Robinson says, Obi can be a factor off the bench next year. Malum, Frank's the best plus minus of the team in the last 2 games. Not a good plus minus when you airball and shots when we need it. That's where plus minus is kind of a useless stat. You got to take a look at what's going on in the flow of the game. Obi's Chuck D says it takes 2 to 3 years to be a Knick in NYC. Simple as that. Charlie Correa says tough loss. Watching KFT with y'all all definitely helps heal the pain. Can't wait for Knicks fan TV. Hashtag TMK. Julius Randle. Steve Vernon says Julius Randle trying to double team Tobias, leaving Curry wide open for 3 was the game. Seth Curry, man. Yeah. It was a tough one. Varunski's take. Thanks for the super chat. Where else? And Kay Walden says this team is desperate for scoring. We miss Rose and Mitch. Dylan Alex, Kyle Lowry equals Raymond Felton without Drake's phone number. Dylan always with the zingers. No Cowboys ones today, but he's on the Cal Lowry one. Cuisine King says, what would be a good trade for Lonzo Ball? Also, do you think he would consider coming in free agency? Thumbs up for the squad. Hashtag KnicksFanTV is up in here. What do you think would be a good trade, TK?
I don't know if that's a question you want to ask me. I'm willing to package a lot for him. I just don't want to give up this 2021 pick. That's all I'll say on that.
Ian Begley was on the show, so he thinks it's going to be a high price.
I think so too, 100%. I'm with you, man. I would love to trade for him just because of the. I'm pretty much just trading for the rights, because he restricted this year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm with you. I think we can call Pelicans bluff because I don't think they're gonna sign him back on because they don't have that much money. So I'm with you. Go through the draft and try and sign him in off season. I'm with you on that.
That's a fact.
Someone put in their Clyde voice, simping, swishing, and dishing.
It's a great way to end it, man. Tough loss, but we'll bounce back, man. We'll see y'all Thursday night.